Friends, we are going to look at the island of Trinidad, which is part of the country Trinidad and Tobago, and we're going to look in the Port of Spain area, which is the capital city, and around the Queen's Park Savannah, which is one of the biggest parks in the world, is a beautiful building that is called Whitehall. But it wasn't always called Whitehall. It used to be known as what I would pronounce as Rosenweg. Now, there was a family that came to Trinidad called the Agostini family, and at the time, Mr. Agostini, whose first name is Joseph, he was a cocoa planter, and in 1904 he decided he was going to build this grand building, which we now know as Whitehall, for himself and his family. Now, the construction of it started in 1904, and it was based on Mr. Agostini's own design, but the whole thing wasn't completed until 3 years later. Unfortunately, he didn't get to fully enjoy the building because he died in 1906, and his family tried to finish and maintain the mortgage payments but couldn't. So in 1910 they left, and the building was taken over by Gordon Grant. Now, the property was then sold to a man called Robert Henderson. He was an American businessman. He came from Venezuela, and during his stay at the Whitehall, he refurbished it, he put in furniture and made it, I guess, more or less what it is today. Now, the history of this building is quite interesting, because you might have thought, oh, this building was always the Whitehall, but it wasn't. Mr. Henderson was the one who named it the Whitehall. He named it because, if you notice, it's white, made of coral stone. Now, I can't say if they paint that stone or they sandblast it or what to give it its white appearance, but that's why it is called Whitehall. Now, this building has gone under many different uses. The United States forces at the time of World War II had a control of it. It used to be a central library, a regional library. It was even a national archives building. It was even a government broadcasting unit and an art society at one time, and even had a club. But then around 1949 it sort of went dormant and stayed that way for many years until the government of Trinidad and Tobago purchased it. And when they purchased it, they turned it into a government facility, and when Trinidad became independent, the first Prime Minister, Dr. Eric Williams, took control of it as his office. And it remained like that until 2009. Now, I have another video about the Whitehall, but it's just a video to watch. I don't talk on it, and it wasn't done in 5.3K. That's why I decided to do this one. So what do you think about Whitehall? Did you enjoy it? Is it something you'd like to see? Have you ever been inside? Please let me know, and make sure to subscribe for free, and let your friends know about JB's Man Cave. Thanks so much for watching.